gonna sit right here until I die.
I don't see.
Yodelay-do, yodelay-day, yodelay-day. Thank you. Thank you, boys. I feel kind of naked up here without my guitar picker, but these boys are doing a good job. Well, I bet you we got a couple of Jimmy Rogers fans out there in that audience. Oh, well, that's good. I'm going to sing some songs for y'all today that's probably 40, 50, 60 years old. And some of these boys over here weren't even born when these songs were done. But here's one called Waiting for a Train. All around the water tank, waiting for a train, 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. I walked up to a brakesman just to give him a line of talk. He said, if you got money, I see that you don't walk. I haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off, you railroad bum, and he slammed the boxcar door. Yodelay-dee, yodelay-dee, hey, yodelay-dee. Well, they put me off in Texas, a state I dearly love. A wide open spaces all around me, the moon and stars up above, and nobody seems to want me or lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland. Oh, my pocketbook is empty, and my heart is filled with pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, waiting for a train. Yodelay-dee, yodelay-dee, hey, yodelay-dee. Thank you. You know, when Ernest Stubbs started off, he used to imitate Jimmy Rogers. I heard a few tapes on him, and he sounded a lot like Jimmy Rogers. But after he had a throat operation, they started singing his own songs, like Walking the Floor. His voice had dropped down real low, so he had to go into his own style, which made him a legend. So here we're going to do his theme song. Y'all ready? I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. You left me and you went away. You said that you'd be back in just a day. You've broken your promise and you left me here alone. Don't know why you left, dear, but I do know that you're gone. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. Okay, Billy Bird. Now, darling, you know I love you well. Love you more than I can ever tell. I thought that you wanted me, always would be mine. But you went and left me here with troubles on my mind. walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. Take it, boys. Someday you may be lonesome too. Well, walking the floor is good for you. Just keep right on walking, and it won't hurt you to cry. Remember that I love you and will the day I die. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. You know, on the way up here, we saw this old boy hitchhiking on the side of the road.
No, Jerry, you didn't see him, did you?
Yeah. Come on over here.
What did he look like?
Well, he was just walking on the side of the road. You know, when I saw him, I slammed my brakes on and turned around and went back and picked him up and asked him where he was going. He said he's coming over to Johnny Horton and Tillman Frank's tribute.
He was?
Yeah.
What did he look like? Just a hitchhiker?
He's an old timer from the Louisiana Hayride, and he's been in South Louisiana. He got to working in the oil fields and eating up that crawfish and all that stuff.
Well, is he still here?
Uh-huh.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's here. Let's see.
Oh,
let's get him. Let's find him.
There he is.
Let's give him a hand.
Put your hands together right here at Rebelville Park. Sing it for him, baby. Help us put your hands together. Mama, put me some peanut butter on it. Come away, baby, and I won't be back no fall till I'm gone away, baby, and I won't be back no fall. And if I find me a good girl, I won't be back at all. Oh, see, is it right? I should see what you have done. Oh, see, is it right? I should see what you have done. Oh, you made me love you, and now your man is gone. What I'm saying, oh, see, is it right? I should see what you have done. Oh, see, is it right? I should see what you have done. Oh, you made me love you, and now your man is gone. What I say, is she right? I should see what you have done. I should see, is she right? I should see what you have done. Is she right? Oh, see, is she right? I should see what you have done. Oh, yeah. All right, Buggerville, put your hands together for...
Thank you.
Who could he be? A mysterious...
Thank you very much.
We just picked him up. Jerry, you must have brought him off that bayou. You got him on a tugboat. You didn't come through Zawali and find him, did you?
Well, he was just hitchhiking on the side of the road. I know people Be glad to see him up here.
I think he was over there looking for a dozen tamales as the Wally exit, and you got him. To go with that peanut butter.
Well, I tell you what, he's gonna do a good Merle Harrigan song here in a minute.
Well, let's hear it. Put your hands together.
Because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I say. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. If I'm no friend I know, I can say hello, but I still see suspicion in your mind. Here we go again, asking where I've been, and you can't see the tears I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, let our love survive. Oh, dry these tears from my eyes. There's no let a good thing die. Oh, honey, never lie to me. Oh, baby, caught in a trap, and we can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I say. This is caught in the trap. Can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. We're caught in the trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Don't you know we're caught in a trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Caught in a trap. Can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Caught in a trap. Can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Sing the song again. Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, boy. What a way to find a hitchhiker, I'm telling you, you know. He's still here. He's with us right here at Rebel Park today.
Yeah, Murray.
Tugboat, you did good.
I want y'all, I want him to do a Merle Harrigan song for y'all before he leaves.
Oh, is he going to do a Merle Haggard
yeah,
song? All right. I like the Hag myself. I'm a big Hag fan.
When Elvis started off, you see, he was doing a lot of country, straight
He
country.
was?
Yeah.
Well, that's a little bit before my
Louisiana
time,
Hero.
Jerry,
So here's Elvis on Today I Started Loving You Again.
All right, take it, baby.
Okay, there's a little difference in, he's introducing me as Elvis. He knew there was only one Elvis Presley. And if those songs made you think of him, I'm proud. And my name is Royale, because I do Roy Orbison and Elvis. I try to. And my niece wanted me to call myself Elroy, but I changed it and said Royale. And we'll go ahead and do this. I hope it's on the right tape. I do Minnie Pearl too. I hope that's it.
That ain't it.
That's it. I think. Excuse me, honey. The guy that was operating this for me is in Nashville now. He's the one made a hit. Today I started loving you again, and I'm right back where I really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend. And today I started loving you again. What a fool I was to think that I could get by with only these few million tears I cried. Hello, baby. You know it yet to come, and that crying time for me has just begun. There's another guy Jerry wanted me to sing, and I hope I can do that. He's one of Merle's good friends. Oh, today I started loving you again, and I'm right back where I really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend, and today I started loving you again and again. Good night, Tammy, wherever you are. Good night, and thank you.
All right, thank you.
That's it?
Got that band started, they don't want to stop.
Elvis has left the building.
Okay, boys, that was really nice. That was my younger brother. Just wanted to let y'all know I'm proud of him. Okay, we're gonna do Waltz Across Texas, boys. Give me. When we dance together, my world's in disguise. It's a fairyland tale that's come true. And when you look at me with those stars in your eyes, I could waltz across Texas with you. Waltz across Texas with you in my arms. Texas with you. Like a story, book ending, I'm lost in your charms, and I could waltz across Texas with you. Oh, take it, boys. Troubles are just up and gone the moment that you come in view, and with your hands in mine, dear, I could dance on and on. I could waltz across Texas with you. Waltz across Texas with you in my arms. Waltz across Texas with you. Like a story, book ending, I'm lost in your charms, and I could waltz across Texas with you. I believe this is the last song we're going to do. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart. That's all I've got. You made me cry. I cried a lot. I lost your love. Baby, thanks a lot. Well, you told our friends I was passing by that you're not sorry that you made me cry. You said I deserve just what I've got. Well, if that's how you feel, baby, thanks a lot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart. That's all I've got. You made me cry. I cried a lot. I lost your love. Baby, thanks a lot. I'll take it, boy. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Big Rebel State Park, welcome here. We thank you so much there, Tugboat Jerry. You sounded so good, and thanks for bringing that special guest with you. You know?
Yeah, I said I'm hitchhiking, and I figured he's coming straight over here.
All right, thank you very much. Give him one more time. Let's hear it for Tugboat Jerry. Boy, I love Ernest Tubbs, and he did a good job, didn't he? I tell you, we got just a second here, and you know, I'm gonna tell you what. This band, Second Generation. Folks, I'm gonna tell you what, I heard a lot of bands. These guys are H-O-T-T, hot, baby. You put your hands together, give them another little round of applause. I'm really enjoying listening to them. I was wanting to sing just a little bit more with them, Tommy. Tommy, do you get on the internet?
No.
You don't? Why?
No.
I was on there today, and I was surfing the web, you know, kind of had one on, and I went to Tillman Franks, www.tillmanfranks.com. And Uncle Tillman's going to be here in a minute, we hope, and he's coming out with a book. I was there when it's happened, or I was there when it happened. And he was there when it happened, folks, for a lot of people. You name them. Tammy Wynette, they say she's the queen of country music. Uncle Tillman picked her out. She was a demo singer, put her on her #1 record. Barbara Mandrell put her on her first #1 record. He's going to be here later in the day, and he's a sponsor here on this, just to be remembered as a friend and a partner of Johnny Horton. Check him out, though, at his website. That book will be coming out on Friday, October the 27th at Casino Magic. There'll be an autograph party from 4 to 7. They're going to be putting on a lot of Uncle Tillman's friends will be there. There'll be live music, and it's all free, so come out. You can get a copy of the book. And he says it's going to turn Nashville on its ear. It's going to be the real story, kind of like Cops. Tillman Franks, I was there when it happened. That's Friday, October 27th, Casino Magic in Bossier City. You're invited to come.
We got a couple of people that we want to recognize here. The Natchitoches Parish Ambulance Service is standing by, Mr. Gunn and Mr. Griffin. I knew we was going to have some knocked out music, but I didn't know we was going to have an ambulance to stand by.
They're standing by to take you home, Tommy.
And also, let's see, the Natchitoches Parish and Sabine Parish Sheriff's Office have sent people out to help with the parking and so forth, and we appreciate that very much.
They was nice enough to let me and you both in, weren't they?
Yeah, and finally...
That was quite a job in itself.
Finally, Murray, we asked the governor of the state to air condition this place, and he promised it.
He appropriated the money.
He promised it by the middle of December.
Got here early.
But we have here the district manager of Parks and Recreation to come check it out and ask us today, is it cool enough?
Is it cool enough? I'm going to tell you what.
We appreciate it.
I was tired of that hot weather myself.
Thank you a lot.
We're happy right now to have Judy Mitz with us. We're sorry that her daughter and Vernon couldn't show up. I believe there was a death in the family, but Judy was kind enough to come out and perform for you this afternoon. So we want you to put your hands together and let her know how welcome she is today. And this is Judy Mitz.
Most of you know my uncle died. Most of you know Hoyt died, but really he didn't. We know where he is. Loved his music, and what a day to have a funeral on Sunday. He's still in his church, so he's got that chance. So these two I'm doing for him, for Uncle Hoyt. Many years he was looking for a place to call home, and he failed here to find it, and so he traveled on. He didn't care for fine mansions on earth's sinking sand. Lord built Hoyt a cabin in the glory land. Lord built Hoyt a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life, with will others stand, where he has joined the angel band and shakes Jesus' hand. Lord built Hoyt a cabin in the glory land. He has many dear loved ones that have gone on before. One great final morning will hear him say, come join in our singing and play in our band. it will ever stand. And he has joined the angel band and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build for a cabin in the glory land. Life is like a mountain railroad with an engineer that's brave. We must make a run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the cars, the fields, the tunnels, never falter, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye upon the wheel. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blessed shore where the angels wait to join us in the praise forevermore. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blessed shore where the angels wait to join us in the praise forevermore. That's all.
All right, Judy, thank you so much for coming out today. And we are absolutely sorry for the death of your uncle, but I mean, you got to put your hands together for Judy. Came on out here anyway, played for us, entertained us. Thank you so much, Judy. And I'm going to tell you what, she sang good. And boy, that auto harp, that reminds me, and I'm going to tell you how old I am now. Y'all remember, who was it, Maybelle Carter? Me and Howard was talking in the back. Howard's the original member of the Plainsman. He was saying, oh yeah, we were getting off on that, wasn't we, Howard? We liked you. You were good. What I think old Robert's worried about we're going to run is getting cold. Y'all cold out there? They say no. Well, hey, Judy, try it. They get your chair back. They want to hear the Wildwood Flower, I guess. Y'all want to hear it? All right, we're going to get her on here then. Just to do it real quick. Go ahead and sit up, Judy, while you're doing that. Guys, check your mics out 1 second. Judy, go ahead and get set back up and do their Wildwood Flower. We'll let the Plainsman Quartet check out while you're getting ready to sit there.
Good old music don't warm nobody up. They don't need to be warm.
That's right. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm ready to turn that air conditioner off and let that power company money get right back on my hip. Whew, they've been hurting me.
My fingers are getting cold, so I might miss.
see every day now. You know, everything's electrified. You remember when it wasn't? No, I'm gonna tell you how old you are now, huh? Me and you both, I remember. You know, in recognition of Johnny Horton, BMI is pleased to celebrate the Honky Tonk Man on Johnny Horton Day. BMI is a registered trademark of Broadcast Music Inc. with locations in New York City, Nashville, Tennessee, and around the world. Best wishes today from Francis Preston in the New York office and Roger Savine. You might remember him as Red Savine's son in the Nashville office. BMI is pleased to recognize and salute Johnny Horton and his music right here today at Rebel State Park. People's State Bank, headquartered in Manning, Louisiana, is one of the sponsors of the Johnny Horton Tribute Day. Pete Abington is chairman of the board. He welcomes you here. Remember, People's State Bank has locations in Sabine, DeSoto, Caddo, Natchitoches, and Rapides Parish. Also, remember the folks at People's State Bank and remember the music of Johnny Horton. Now, folks, I'm telling you, and I don't know who's running the sound, but it's ringing just a little bit up here. If you could help me out in the monitors. You know, last night I told you I had the pleasure of hearing this next group, and I mean, I grew up ever since I was little. Uncle Tillman on one side introduced me to country music, then my daddy was on KCIJ radio for 29 years with a gospel show, and he drugged me to every gospel singing. If we could get there and back in a night, we went. So I was blessed that I get to hear every major group that did gospel music, a quartet. Last night I got the pleasure of hearing the Plainsman, and I absolutely positively think you're going to have to go to heaven to hear anybody better than the legendary Plainsman Quartet. They're going to be here, and it's time, guys. Come on, Bob. Come on out, Howard. We're going to, Jimmy on piano is going to show you how gospel music really sounds. The legendary Plainsman Quartet. Give them that Rebel Park welcome.
Boy, everybody ought to remember this one. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Hey, yeah, I tell you what. Would you like to sing a chorus of that with us? Yeah, come on. Come on, everybody knows that song. Lay us out, Bob. Okay, we're going to do what? The chorus or the verse? Just chorus. You are my sunshine. Come on, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Give yourself a hand.
There'll be no disappointments in heaven. No more sorrow, no sickness, no pain. No more hearts that again. No more storms that are living in shame. The old will be young through the ages, transformed in a moment of time. Forever we'll stand in His likeness, and the stars and the sun will outshine. I'm bound, yes, I'm bound for that wonderful land with my Lord, on that bright golden strand. When the saints and the same of His glories will share, there'll be no disappointments up there. I'm bound, yes, I'm bound for that wonderful land with my Lord, on that bright golden strand. When the saints and the same of His glories will share, there'll be no disappointments up there. Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Come on, clap with us.
Come on, and I got a new born feeling dwelling in my heart today, because the love of Jesus came into my heart to stay. I never realized I had lost my way until the love of Jesus washed my sins away. I got a new born feeling in my heart today. I got a lot to tell you about the Lord today, how He took me in and washed my sins away, filled me with the Spirit and amazing grace, promised me a mansion and a resting place, told me how the angel band would shout and sing, how we're gonna make the hills of Palace ring. Maybe that's the reason why I feel so fine, all the weary troubles have been left behind. I got a newborn feeling dwelling in my heart today, because the love of Jesus came into my heart to stay. I never realized I lost my way until God washed my sins away. I got a new born feeling in my heart today. I got a newborn feeling dwelling in my heart today, because the love of Jesus came into my heart to stay. I never realized I lost my way until the love of Jesus washed my sins away. I got a new born feeling in my heart today, feeling in my heart today, feeling in my heart today. Yeah, woo! Well, it's a great spring morning, the first day in heaven, when you slow down Golden Avenue. There are mansions left and right, and we thrill every side, and the saints are always smiling, saying, how do you do? Oh, it's a great, great morning, your first day in heaven, when you realize your worried days are through. You'll be glad you were not idle. It's time to read the Bible. It's a great morning for you. I had a dream, I must confess, I hated to awake. That he was an angel at the great pearly gate.
St. Peter said, why, hello there. Where have you been?
I've got your mansion ready, so come right in. And then he rang for an angel to act as a guide. He prayed and winked the time or two and learned how to fly. Oh, it's a great, great morning, your first day in heaven, when you stroll down the Golden Avenue. There are mansions left and right, and you thrill every side, and the saints are always smiling, saying, how do you do? Oh, it's a great, great morning, your first day in heaven, when you realize your worry days are through. You'll be glad you were not idle. I'll walk on shores with friends I've known, with friends I know. My whole life's dream will be there before me. The dream of life, the endless day, and my Savior I'll see. I walk on streets of purest gold. I'll hear the hand that's never been told. Praise God, I'll sing all the saints of old. Oh yes, on that wonderful day when those gates unfold, I walk on streets of purest gold. I'll hear the hand that's never been told, never been told. Praise God, I'll sing all the saints of old. Oh yes, that wonderful day when those gates unfold. Yeah. Oh, well, good afternoon. We are the Plainsman Quartet. And I want to defer right now, what precious little time we have, to Mr. Howard Welborn, the original Plainsman. Howard.
Well, thank you very much, Phil. It's certainly a pleasure for me to be here. I'm the only original Plainsman left. The rest of them have gone on to be with the Lord, so to speak. And it's a pleasure for me to be here. Now, we'll be back on in about an hour, and we'll do a song for you that we had the pleasure of recording with Johnny Horton a few years ago, north to Alaska. We'll do that for you. Thank you very much. And of course, we opened up with You Are My Sunshine. Now, we worked with Jimmy Davis, your past governor of this state, for about 12, 13 years. And I wish I had $10 every time I'd sing that song, You Are My Sunshine, with Jimmy Davis. But it's certainly a pleasure for me to be here, and I'm just tickled to death to be able to bring the rest of the Plainsmen with me here to Rebel State Park. And we'll be back in a little while. Let's do our last song, Phil. And we'll see you in a little while. Thank you very much.
Here I stand beside the chilly waters, waiting for my final call. Standing by the river, looking beyond, gazing toward the land of fadeless beauty, where those surges rise and call. Standing by the river, looking beyond. Standing by the river, Thank you very much.
you.
Let me tell you about a couple of tapes that I personally have here. A CD by the original Masters 5, J.D. Sumner, Hovey Lister, James Blackwood, Jake Hess, and Rosie Roselle for $10. 3 tapes by the Southman also for $10. God bless you, folks. We'll see you back in a little bit.
All right, too. And I've got a single out just released. Everybody, who has CDs players? Okay, I expect all of see you down at the table here in just a minute. I just released a solo album. I'm letting it go for $5 a piece. Or you can get a tape, the same thing for the same things. You buy a tape, you buy an album, we'll give you a tape for $2 extra, $3 extra, something like that. It's something I think you're going to enjoy. Okay, Howard, your turn.
And the Plainsman, we've got some videos over there of the Plainsman down through the years. We started the group in 1956. We got some cassette tapes and 1 CD left, I believe. We'd love to have you come over. We've got some good prices, and we appreciate your business. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together one more time. That's right. For the legendary Plainsman. That's my buddy right here, Howard. I've been knowing him since I was a little bitty boy, and I don't know how, because I'm about 3 foot taller and a couple 100 pounds heavier than the last time he saw me, and he recognized me last night.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, he must be really good, I'm telling you. Listen to him. He said I started talking. That's how he knew me. I tell you what, we're going to have another special guest here in just a minute. We were in the back, we were talking to Uncle Tillman, and he told us that the guitar player, Robin Bosberry, has a son, and you might have seen him walking around. He's not here? He went to the museum, so we're going to have to put him on hold, but we're going to get him on the show, because when Uncle Tillman tells you something, guess what happens? He gets his way, man. You know, he is what I guess you say, the man. You know, hey, and I think Elvis wants to get his equipment off the stage. Now would be a good time for him to get his stuff off. Come on out, Elvis. Get your stuff off. You know, I see something right here about the Sabine Theater, located downtown Manning, Louisiana. Thursday, October 19th. Is that coming up here? Yeah, you got time to do this deal. 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 in advance, $6 at the door. You know, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the next group that's coming up, too. They're the Hortons. I had the pleasure this summer. I took a little trip to Branson, Missouri. How many of y'all been to Branson? Do you want to go back?
Yeah, I do.
Man, I do, too. My daughter's 10 years old, and she's the one who wanted to go. But I think it had something to do with Nickelodeon being at Silver Dollar City. You know, she knew exactly where she wanted to go. Take me to that Nickelodeon show at Silver Dollar City. The next group is the Hortons, and it's Tommy Horton and his wife, Debbie, and they're going to have a very special guest, my favorite bass player in the entire world, and my uncle, Tillman Franks. Tommy Horton, Debbie Horton, and Mr. Tillman Franks.
Yeah.
I'm doing great, Uncle Tillman. How you doing?
My goodness, thank you.
I love you, Uncle Tillman.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and hello, Marthaville.
Woo!
Hey.
Are you enjoying the show thus far? Are you staying warm? Well, we're here to do a little bit of country music. Hope to bring back a few memories to you. I know today meeting Tillman Franks and everybody has brought back some memories to us. We're going to get the Plainsman Quartet to come out here and help us. We've got the legendary Mr. Tillman Franks out here, and my lovely wife Debbie's going to pick lead guitar with us. I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Well, I'm living fast and dangerously, but I've got plenty of company. When the moon comes up and the sun goes down, that's when I want to see the lights of town. 'Cause I'm a honky-tonk man, oh, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Miss Debbie Horton on the lead guitar. seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? A pretty little gal and a jug of wine, that's what it takes to make a honky-tonk mind. With a jukebox moaning, a honky-tonk sound, that's when I wanna lay my money down, 'cause I'm a honky-tonk man. Oh, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?
All right. Tommy Horton, this beautiful white Debbie.
My goodness, thank you. Tillman, you still hadn't lost your touch, my friend. Doing great, isn't he doing great? Mr. Tillman Franks.
Tommy.
Here's one that may bring back a little bit of memories to you. It's one called A One-Woman Man. If you told me that you loved me, I would feel so proud. If you let me hold you, honey, I'd holler out loud. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. Won't you let me, baby, just to kinda hang around. I'll always love you, honey, and I'll never let you down. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. I'd climb the highest mountain if it reached to the sky. To prove that I loved you, I would jump off and fly. I'd even swim the ocean from shore to shore, to prove that I loved you just a little bit more. Won't you let me, baby, just to kinda hang around. I'll always love you, honey, and I'll never let you down. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. Miss Debbie Horton on the lead guitar. I'd climb the highest mountain if it reached to the sky. To prove that I loved you, I would jump off and fly. I'd even swim the ocean from shore to shore, to prove that I loved you just a little bit more. Won't you let me, baby, just to kinda hang around. I'll always love you, honey, and I'll never let you down. I'll never love another, even if I can. Come to me, baby, I'm a one-woman man. My goodness, thank you so much. Are you still having fun? Now, I'll tell you what, we've got one here I want you to everybody get their hands together and clap on. We're going to do one called The First Train Heading South. Y'all remember that one? Yeah. Yes.
Tommy, it's really a thrill for me to be able to play the bass with you and the Plainsman Quartet. And Debbie there, boy, she really plays the
We're going to turn her loose here in a minute on one or two.
When you did Honky Tonk Man, that one-woman man kind of got my breath. You know, I was 80 last Friday.
Oh, man.
But when you laid the beat in there, I gave it everything I had. So you know what I want to do now?
What's that?
I love the Plainsman the way that Howard and Wilbur and all them playing. I want to get out there and listen to you. And I got my sons, Tillman Ben Jr.'s here.
All right.
Yeah. He plays the bass lots better than I do.
Oh, he's very good. I remember we used to have an old trailer house over on North Market Street out in Shreveport, and old Ben would come over and pick with me. I mean, we had that trailer rocking. He's really good.
He's a good songwriter, and he's got a CD coming out. And I'm going to get Ben to sit in for me, and I'll be playing with you a little later on. And I want to get out there and listen to you.
Tillman, thank you, my friend. It was a great honor. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tillman Franks.
All All right, check out that www.tillman.com too, and Ben's new CD will be there just very shortly.
Yeah.
And don't
Sound
forget
man,
Tillman's book. I was there when it happened.
Guitar.
All right, we're going to do one here. Now, this is a hand clapper, a toe tapper, and one called The First Train Heading South. Y'all remember that one? Yeah. I didn't know my baby loved me so until I let her come to let me know. Now I'll pack my bags and then I'll go and catch the first train I see heading south. If I'd have got this letter in Idaho, with snow so deep it wouldn't let me go, I'd have been hot while it melted all that snow and caught the first train I see heading south. I didn't know my baby loved me so until that letter come to let me know. Now I'll pack my bags and then I'll go and catch the first train I see heading south. Okay, Debbie. It's Debbie Horton on the lead guitar. Let her come and let me know. I'll pack my bags and then I'll go and catch the first train I see heading south. But I got this letter up in Maine, and you can bet your bottom dollar I feel the same. The clickety-clack, the driver's called her name and rode the first train I saw heading south. I didn't know my baby loved me so until that letter come to let me know. I'll pack my bags and then I'll go and catch the first train I see heading south. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You're truly wonderful. You know, sometimes the people that pick around you don't get enough recognition. Now, this little old lady right over here in her red noteworthy jacket, I didn't say old, I said old. Yeah, like you're kind of mine, you know. It took me 5 years to catch you. I chased her around from Opry and Country Jamboree to Country Jamboree for about 5 years over a 5-state area around New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And she finally slowed down about 2 years ago and let me catch her.
Yep.
It was a nice long chase, but I'll tell you what, it was worth it. Now, I've got a little story I want to tell you about Miss Debbie here. She used to play lead guitar for Johnny Cash. She really did this. She really did. Back when she was about 19 years old, just a very few short years ago.
A couple of years ago.
Now, here's what happened. At one time, Debbie was the Virginia representative for the Johnny Cash International Fan Club. Well, one time, Johnny Cash, the Statler brothers, the Tennessee Three, and the Carter family did a sold-out performance up in Baltimore, Maryland. Debbie's mother and father and sister took her to this performance. And, of course, Debbie, being the very brave, bold, and talented lady that she is, she writes a note, and she gets a security card to take this note backstage to Johnny Cash. She said, "Johnny Cash, my name is Debbie.
Yep.
I am a bona fide member of your fan club, and I have you know I can play all of your music on the guitar just as good as Luther Perkins or your now guitar player, Mr. Bob Wooten. And if you don't believe me, you just invite me up on stage tonight and I'll show you."
Yep.
Yeah. Well, about halfway through the concert, Johnny Cash, being the very much of a gentleman that he truly is, he said, "We have a lady out here named Debbie. She hails from Virginia. She's a member of my fan club, and she claims that she can play all of my music as good as Bob or Luther, either one. So we're going to give her a chance to show her stuff. Debbie, make your way to the stage," he says. I mean, Debbie hit that aisle running. She took that stage with confidence. Bob Wooten took off her guitar, let her have it, and she stood up there and she played 2 numbers with Johnny Cash that night, and she got a standing ovation.
It's true.
So right now we're going to do a little tribute to the Man in Black, featuring the picking and singing of Miss Debbie Horton. Well, I hear the train a-coming, it's a-rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. And that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antonio. Miss Debbie Horton.
Hey Porter, would you tell me the time? How much longer would it be to cross that Mason-Dixon line? When we hit Dixie, we tell an engineer to bring us back. And ask everybody that I ain't a sneak to stand right up and get it. When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll, feel it in your bones, put taps on your toes and kick on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues.
Miss Debbie Horton. Huh? Can she pick or can she pick? Huh? I tell you what, Debbie, Johnny and Luther and Bob and all of them be awful proud of you right now.
Thank you. Can I introduce this next song?
I wish you would.
You know, folks, Johnny Horton was such a wonderful entertainer and such a great fella, and he had such wonderful music, and we just love performing his songs wherever we go. We did a tour through Austria last year, and his music was loved worldwide, and we know that for a fact because we knew the people over there just went nuts over these songs. It was so great. And you know, back in the late 50s and the early 60s, there was a lot of groups like what we're trying to do today, you know, with just a couple of pieces, like Johnny Cash and the Tennessee Two, and Elvis only had a couple pieces of musicians when he started. And you know, that's how it was for Johnny Horton. Johnny played the rhythm guitar, and Tommy Thomason or Jerry Kennedy, one or the other, was his lead guitar player, and Tillman played the upright bass. And you know, Tillman was his manager, and he also wrote a lot of the songs and with him. And he wrote the next song that we're going to do. Now, this song is very special to me because I'm wearing a necklace here. That's some friends of ours up from Canada. In fact, they're here with us today. They drove all the way down from Canada to be here with us. Sims, Don, and Peggy. They made me this. On the end of this necklace is a little spinner that actually once belonged on one of Johnny Horton's fishing lures.
He might have caught him a fish or something.
I bet he did. I sure hope he did. And we sure love to wear that and tell that story when we do this song. But anyway, this was a song that was used in the John Wayne movie. And there was a third verse that was never included on the record, and we're going to include it today. Yeah. And we've got the wonderful Plainsman Quartet, and we've got Mr. Welburn here. He sang on the original recording of this song that we're getting ready to do. So he was there when it happened. And the name of the song is, well, I'm going to let Buddy start it off.
Way up north, way up north.
To Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. Big Sam left Seattle in the year of '92 with George Pratt, his partner, and brother Billy too. They crossed the Yukon River and found the Bonanza Gold below that old white mountain just a little southeast of North. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked his team of the Huskies as they mushed on through the snow, with the northern lights running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Oh, Sam McCord was a mighty man in the year of 1901. Where the river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. North to we go north, the rush is on.
Way up north, way up north.
North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. George turned to Sam with the gold in his hand. Said, Sam, you're a-looking at a lonely, lonely man. I'd trade all the gold that's buried in this land for one small band of gold to play some sweet little tune in his hand. 'Cause a man needs a woman to love him all the time. Remember, Sam, a true love is so hard to find. I built for my Jenny a honeymoon home below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome, where the river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. It took mighty men like Sam McCord to tame a town like Nome. That Yukon breed of fighting men had a code all their own. They'd stand up to a grizzly bear and put him in his place. Oh, it's so tough in Nome, Alaska, that the Mary birds sing bass. Where the river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, we go north, the rush is on.
Way up north, way up north.
Thank you. My goodness, thank you so much. Okay, my goodness, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, guys, these guys back here singing, oh, I had a big lump in my throat while I was singing that song because I was about to get real emotional. But we did make it through it. Didn't the Plainsman Quartet do a wonderful job? It's an honor to be up here with you guys.
We have one more song that we're going to do for you on this set, but we sure have appreciated you coming out and sitting in this cold weather. But we're warm in our hearts and we're having a good time. We have a little table set up over there. Tommy's got a brand new tape out. It's called Tommy Horton Sings the Electrified Donkey.
Yeah, written by our friend Ferlin Husky,
Yeah.
who we had the opportunity of meeting about a year and a half ago up in Branson.
It's a good one. And I have a tape out too, and it's Debbie Horton Smooth Talker, and it's got all these songs that I wrote, and we've got a real special that we're going to run today. If you buy one of Tommy's tapes for $10, my tape usually goes for $10 as well, but if you buy Tommy's, I'm going to give you mine absolutely free. So it's a $20 value for only $10.
Now, is that a deal or is it a deal? I'll tell you, up to this point in time, my tape, along with Debbie's tape, has sold very well under 1 million. But I tell you what, we're having a blast trying.
A lot of fun.
This next song we'd like to do was written by a fella who was a history teacher from Timbo, Arkansas, and he was always looking for ways to motivate his history students, so he come up with a wild idea of taking some of the world's most important events and making poems out of them. From these poems, he would take old fiddle tunes and put melodies to them. And Ben and Tillman, I may stand corrected, but I think this song sold about 3 million copies for Johnny Horton back in 1959. And I'm talking about, now this is a hand clapper, a toe tapper, have fun, jump in there and sing along with us on the Battle of New Orleans if you choose to do so. In 1814 we took a little trip, along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we caught the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked down the river and we see the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. They stepped so high and they made the bugle ring. We stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing. We fired our guns and the British kept a coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eyes. We held our fire till we seen the faces well, then opened up the squirrel guns and nearly gave them well. We fired our guns and the British kept a coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. Ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down, so we grabbed an alligator and we pulled another round. We filled his head with cannonballs, powdered his behind, and when we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind. We fired our guns and the British kept coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. Ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch him. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. One more time, everybody. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. Ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch him. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Up, up, hip, go, sound, oh, up, go, up, 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 go, sound, oh, up, go. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing us to be part of your afternoon. Now, you folks can't run off. We've done our first set. We've got one to do later on. But you got to hang on for the great Merle Kilgore, and that one and only Mr. Claude King is going to be up here. Thank you so much. Come down and meet us at the table. If you choose not to buy one of our tapes, come by anyhow, because we'd like to shake your hand. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
All righty, Murray Franks is in there doing the hand jive and not watching what's going on, I guess. Let's see what we can do here. I want to remind you of the Johnny Horton Tribute Day book. Have a lot of them here on the table. We have multiple recordings here, tapes, CDs, various other things over here at the table, so come by and look and see what you'd like to have and kind of help these people out. I want to tell you one more time about a new organization that's been formed for this park. It's Friends of Rebel State Park. We hope to be able to bring better talent here to the park, and especially this coming year. So be looking forward to us bringing better talent, more talent, and it depends on you people that like country music and gospel music. We're even considering other venues too to be brought into the park. So be sure and keep abreast of what's going on. Murray.
Tommy, you are doing such a good job. Give Tommy Castle a hand there. I'll tell you somebody else we want to thank for coming out today is Mr. Robert Gentry. I'm going to tell you, Robert, He puts on a good show down here. Every time I've ever been here, I want to thank him for having us out here today and for coordinating everything. And I think, hey, give him one more time a big round of applause for Mr. Robert Gentry. You know, and he never puts himself on the program. I don't know if you noticed that. He talks about everybody but him while he does all the work and coordinates everything. Have you enjoyed yourself so far? Woo! Don't you? That's right. Get a program. That is a killer picture of Johnny Horton. Robert did a super job putting that together. I've been in the back. Don't you dare go anywhere. Merle Kilgore is here. He's back in the back holding court, talking big telling tales. He's going to come on stage. Claude King is here. You don't need to let the cold weather bother you at all. You know, don't forget that big deal with Tillman Franks. His book's coming out. There's my daddy, Brother Billy Franks, right there coming around. I was there when it happened. It's the title of a new book, Robert Gentry. I believe you had a little bit to do with that, didn't you? He helped Tillman with that book. You can check that out, www.tillmanfranks.com. You're going to hear that a lot, aren't you? Get on there and you can get that CD that Ben's coming out with. Tugboat Jerry, you did a good job. We're sure glad to have you here tonight. We're going to also have Ronald Skanes is a candidate for Congress for the 4th District. Where you at, Ronald? Hey, Ronald, come on up here just a minute. And let's get you on this stage and let you say hello to everybody. How you doing this evening?
Can't complain. Thanks a lot. I've been a Johnny Horton fan since about 1955 when he and Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and some other members of the Louisiana Hayride came to my hometown of Winfield for our show. So I think Johnny Horton was one of the most talented entertainers in the country music field of anyone. I always like to think that if Johnny Horton had lived another 25 years, we'd probably have Johnny Horton rods and reels, and maybe some of the fishermen might have been riding around in Johnny Horton bass tracker boats and so forth. But I am a candidate for Congress in the 4th Congressional District. My opponent is a Shreveport lawyer who's been in office for 12 years. I'm just a country boy. I drive a pickup truck and drink coffee from a styrofoam cup. So on November the 7th, please remember my name, Ron Skanes. Thanks a lot. It's a real pleasure to be here for the Johnny Horton Tribute.
Hey, that was Mr. Ronald Skanes. Did I say it right? I'm going to tell you, Robert Gentry's writing's about like mine. You know, there's one benefit of being a bad writer is you can read other people's bad writing. So remember that name when you go to vote. Now, Ronald Skanes, and that's for Congress, isn't it? Yeah, for the 4th District. We also want to say a special thanks, and if I don't get this right, don't blame me, blame Robert Gentry, to Mr. and Mrs. Noel Rawls for the use of their camper, for the use of Uncle Tillman and Mr. Claude King. We will special thanks out there to you. You know, the Plainsman Quartet, folks, they're coming back. Welcome them right here to Rebel State Park.
There's just something about that name. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. There's just something about that name. Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance after the rain. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name. King, Master of everything. His name is wonderful, Jesus, my Lord. He's the great shepherd, the rock of all ages, Almighty God is He. Bow down before Him, love and adore Him. His name is wonderful, Jesus, my Lord. Yes, there's something about that name. Yeah! Woo! Oh, well, I'm tired and I'm weary, but I must go alone till the Lord comes and calls me away. Oh, yes, well, the morning is bright and the Lamb is the light, and the night is bright as the day. Oh, yes, there will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh, Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. When there will be peace in the valley for Good. Good. Yeah. I once was lost in sin, but Jesus took me in, and in a little light from heaven filled my soul. He made my heart in love, and He wrote my name above, and just a little talk with Jesus makes me whole. Now let him have a little talk with Jesus. Let him tell Him all about my trouble. He will hear our faintest cry, answer by and by. You feel a little prayer will turn Him, you'll know a little fire is burning. You will find a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Come on, and fears my eyes may filled with tears, but Jesus is a friend who watches day and night. I go up to Him in prayer. He knows my every care, and just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Let us have a little talk with Jesus. Let us tell Him all about our have a little talk with Jesus. Tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our pain and cry. Answer by and by. Feel a little prayer will turn. You know a little fire is burning. You will find a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Sing it that way, come on. Have a little talk with Jesus. Tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our pain and cry. Answer by and by. Feel a little prayer will turn. You know a little fire is burning. You will find a little talk with Jesus makes it right.
Well, Buddy got excited on
Got
that.
excited.
Mr. Buddy Poe from Birmingham, Alabama. Give him a hand. This is Bob Edwards from Conyers, Georgia. I'm Phil Chesney from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is the legendary Jimmy Hall at the piano. Give him a hand.
Yeah, here we go. Thank you.
Okay. His Grace is... How many more?
Many times I'm tried and tested as I travel day by day, and oft I meet with pain and sorrow, and there's trouble in my way. Oh, but I have that sweet assurance that the Lord my soul will keep, and His grace is sufficient for me.
When the tempter brings confusion and I don't know what to do, on my knees I turn to Jesus, 'cause I know He'll see me through. Then despair it changed to victory. Every doubt just melts away, and in Him there is hope for every day. Oh, His grace is sufficient for me, and His love is abundant, is abundant and free. Oh, I just to know that His grace is sufficient for me, Yeah, man. Woo! Do it. Let's do it.
Where's Claude King? Come on out here, Claude.
Phil, we're gonna do North Alaska. Come on out here. We're gonna ask Claude King to come out and do these verses to North Alaska for us, if he will. Give him another hand. He deserves it. Come on.
Way up north,
To Alaska.
way up north,
To Alaska. North to Alaska. Go north. The rush is on.
Big Sam left Seattle in the year of '92 with George Pratt, his partner, and brother Billy too. He crossed the Yukon River and found the Bonanza Gold below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked to his team of huskies as he mushed on through the snow. With the northern lights are running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Yes, Sam Howard was a mighty man in the year of 91. Where the river is wide and big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. Way up north, north to Alaska, way up north, north to Alaska, north to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. George turned to Sam with his gold in his hand. Said, Sam, you're a little kid, but a lonely, lonely man. I trade all the gold that's buried in this land for one small band of gold placed on a sweet little Jenny's hand. Cause a man needs a woman to love him all the time. Remember, Sam, a true love is so hard to find. I built for my Jenny a honeymoon home below the White Mountains, just a little southeast of Nome, where the river is wide and big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. North to Alaska, go north, the rush is on. Way up north, north to Alaska, way up north, north to Alaska, way up north to Alaska, go north, the rush is on.
Yeah. Hey, Paul King a hand. Well, thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul. God bless you. Oh, man. We have time, Murray. Murray, we have Mary. What about time? Okay. Okay, let's do a little circle in. Oh, line pass. Okay, let's do line pass.
There's a lighthouse on a hillside that overlooks life's sea. When I'm tossed about, it sends out a light that I might see. And the light that shines in darkness now will safely lead me home. If it wasn't for that old lighthouse, my ship would sail no more. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him. Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shone the light around me, that I might clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? Everybody that lives around us, they tear that old lighthouse down. The big ships, they just don't sail this way no more. There's no use of it standing round. Oh, but then my mind goes back to that stormy night when just in time I saw God's light was the light from that old lighthouse, and it's still standing there on the hill. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, the legendary Plainsman Quartet. We enjoyed having you guys here so much, Howard. You're going to come back to our church, aren't you? We're going to get with you and bring you back to the Oakmont Church of God in Shreveport. We're looking forward to that, Philip. We enjoyed it so much. Give him one more big round of applause. Remember, too, right over here, they got cassettes, CDs, tapes, everything you need where you can take them home and enjoy them. Folks, the show just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. I think right about now, this is something I always wanted to do, Jack. I never had a chance at church, was take up a collection. They said something about they're going to pass some boxes around to take up donations. And I'm also just about to get off my job and get to go visit with everybody because State Representative Taylor is Townsend, right? Takes over as Master of Ceremonies. Come on out here, Taylor. We're going to stretch just a minute while our friend here gets all of his equipment out. You doing all right this evening?
I'm doing good, thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? It's not as cold as it.
I tried to tell Mike in the back that said, you know, you just got to think warm. And he told me this joke. He said, this guy comes up and he says, you know, my brother thinks he's real sick. And the guy told him, you know, he's not really sick. He only thinks he's sick. Saw him a couple days later and he said, well, how's your brother doing? Well, he's worse. He said, I'm telling you, your brother's really not that bad off. He just thinks he's bad off. He's really getting better. Saw him several weeks later and he said, how's your brother? He died. And that Mike, he has a weird sense of humor, doesn't he? So Taylor, the show's going to go on tonight. Robert, we thank so much for you having us out here today.
Gentry.
We're going to take over. Mr. Gentry's here. Yes, sir. Okay, well, we're just going to stall here for a minute longer. Did we get the boxes going? We're going to get the boxes going, I hope, and get a donation. A couple of people in the crowd out here that we're happy to have with us are the Hortons. We're going to be introducing them just a little bit later in the show. Also, the law firm of Kelly, Townsend, and Thompson of Natchitoches, Louisiana, is one of the sponsors of today's Johnny Horton Tribute Day. Johnny Horton's music, you know, everybody's talked about it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Johnny Horton from my perspective. I was a little bitty boy at my Uncle Tillman's house, and we'd go over there and I'd play pitch with my cousin. And Johnny, this is in the 60s, and Johnny was a big star. And he saw us going outside with those ball gloves, and they're in there practicing. He takes his guitar off, comes outside, and shows us how to throw a curveball. You know, he knew what was important in life. They tell me he always carried his rod and reel around with him in his car. And they said he would stop almost anywhere. Matter of fact, my cousin Ben, to this date, has a fishing bait that he treasures that Johnny gave him. He's got it up on a shelf at the house, and he enjoys it. So I know it's a little chilly out there. Go to the concession stands. Come over here, get a program, get the CDs. We got the coffee pot going in the back, and the music's going to keep getting hotter and hotter. Thanks again to Mr. and Mrs. and I'm going to say it's Rawls for the use of their camper. Also, Ronald Skanes, candidate for Congress for the 4th District. I was in the back talking to him. You might want to remember that when you get ready to vote. Mike, I went with your joke. I kind of bombed a little bit on that one, I believe, but I thought it was kind of funny. I got a big kick out. Tommy Castle, we want to thank you for coming out today. Okay.
That Murray Franks can mess up anybody's joke. Now, the guy gets down the third time he meets us, he sees him and he says, how's your brother? And he says, he's much worse. He said, no, he just thinks he's worse. Then the fourth time he sees him, he says, how's your brother? He said, oh, he's much worse. Now he thinks he's dead. Come on, people. Now he thinks he's dead.
That was your joke, right? We had a good time here tonight, man. We're going to go in the back. You ready, State Senator? You ready? Representative. I almost made you a senator there for a minute. Take over, Taylor. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I really appreciate the opportunity to come out tonight and be with you. And I'll tell you what, this cold weather is a welcome to those of us who have been sweating for the last 3 or 4 months. But it's really not that cold. But I did have a guy tell me this morning, I see anybody here looks like they're really from the country. Somebody really from the country, raise your hand. You know what it is when it's a two-navel cold? You ever heard of a two-navel cold?
Tell us.
That's when you go to the bathroom, pull down your pants, it looks like you got two navels.
Well, the people on the right thought it was pretty funny, but you didn't do too good with the middle and the left. Can't win them all, though, right?
Can't win them all.
I heard that. Hey, we're getting ready to bring back on the second generation.
The second generation, paying tribute to Tommy Tomlinson.
Do you know Tommy Tomlinson?
I don't.
I had the pleasure of knowing Tommy Tomlinson, and Tommy Tomlinson was the lead guitar player for Johnny Horton. Taught my cousin Ben how to play, was a really personal friend of our families. We enjoyed it. So we'll have a tribute there to him, I believe, a little bit. Okay, we got a special guest, Taylor.
Okay, good.
You want to know who it is?
Tell me who it is.
We were in the back earlier, and Uncle Tillman says that Cole Vosbury, there he is right there. Put your hands together for Cole Vosbury. Did I get your name right, Cole? What are you going to sing for us? Come on out here, Cole. Let everybody see you. Are you going to sing us a song?
Sir?
What's it going to be?
Marie Laveau and Daddy What If.
What is that again?
Marie Laveau and Daddy What If.
Well, where's your guitar? You going to get around to learning that part? Now, these guys going to play for you? Where's your daddy? Here he is. This is Daddy's on lead guitar, Mr. Robin Vosbury. Jay King, Claude King's son, on drums. What's your name, buddy? Bud Christian. He's known worldwide, folks, in Shreveport, Louisiana. Everybody knows him. Ben Frank's on guitar. Who's that steel player, Ben? Pat Smith on steel. We're fixing to hear a good one right here from Cole Vosbury. Cole, you ready?
Sing it loud.
Down in Louisiana, where the black trees grow, there's a voodoo lady named Marie Laveau. Got a black tattoo and a mojo bone. Anyone wouldn't leave her alone. She goes, another man done gone. Lives in a swamp in a hollow log with a one-eyed snake and a three-legged dog. Got a pimp bony body, stringy hair. If she ever seen y'all mess around there, she goes, another man done gone. Then one night when the moon was black, into the swamp come Handsome Jack. No good man like you all know, sneaking around for Marie Laveau. Said, Marie Laveau, you lovely witch, give me a little charm that'll make me rich. Give me $1 million and I'll tell you what I'll do. This very night I'm gonna marry you, and you'll be another man done gone. So Marie done some magic and she shook a little sand, made $1 million and she put it in his hand. Then she giggled and she wiggled and she said, hey, hey, I'm getting ready for my wedding day. But oh, a handsome Jack, he said goodbye, Marie. You too dang ugly for a rich man like me. Then Marie started mumbling, her fangs started mashing, her body started trembling, and her eyes started flashing, and she went, another man done gone. If you ever get down where the black trees grow, voodoo lady named Marie Laveau. If she ever asks you to make her your wife, man, you better stay with her for the rest of your life. Or another man done gone.
Put your hands together. Cole, man. Ooh, Cole, you did good on that Marie Laveau. You gonna sing one more for us? Y'all want him to sing one more? Give him one of them rebel yells in. Woo! Sing one with Dad. Thank you.
Where's my new tie?
That it? Or is that old?
Number 3. Daddy, what if
Number 3?
the sun stopped shining? What would happen then?
If the sun stopped shining, you'd be so surprised. Stare at the heaven with wide open eyes. And the wind would carry your light to the skies, and the sun would start shining again.
But Daddy, what if the wind stopped blowing? What would happen then?
If the wind stopped blowing, then the land would be dry. Your boat wouldn't sail, son, your kite wouldn't fly. And the grass would see your troubles, and she'd tell the wind, and the wind would start blowing again.
But Daddy, what if the grass stopped growing? What would happen then?
If the grass stopped growing, you'd probably cry, and the ground would be watered by the tears in your eyes. Like your love for me, the grass would grow so high, and the grass would start growing again.
But Daddy, what if I stopped loving you? What would happen then?
If you stopped loving me, the grass would stop growing, the sun would stop shining, and the wind would stop blowing. So if you want to keep this old world going, you better start loving me again. You better start loving me again. You better
Start loving me again.
Oh, yeah.
Better start loving me again.
Daddy loves you, bud.
I love you too, Dad.
Thank you.
All right, Cole Vosbury. Cole, you can, hey, that's just one more guy Tillman Franks gave a break to in the music business, you know? I mean, they were at Wayland, weren't they? And Wayland stopped the show at Casino Magic and said he would not, and I'm talking about Waylon Jennings, if I need to say that second name. Me and Ben just say Waylon, you know? It's kind of like Elvis, you know what I said? Wayland stopped the show, would not go on until Tillman came backstage to see him, Taylor. Believe that?
That's something.
That is something. He said he was young. Tillman booked him on a show with Elvis Presley. And he went to eat, and he got so nervous that he couldn't sing a note, and he didn't even go on stage.
Well, I'll tell you what.